Good morning and namaste, everyone. I'm Lavanya, your host for today's session, joining you from Australia. With the blessings of Dr. Brahmashi Subhash Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji, let's begin our session on the Divine Breath YouTube channel, brought to you by the Pyramid Spiritual Society Movement. Today, we are honored to have Senior Master Hari Kris as our guest speaker, offering his wisdom on leading a simple life through the practice of spirituality. Hari Master is an ardent meditation practitioner for more than 25 years and been teaching meditation to the community for past 20 years. He has conducted numerous meditation sessions in various countries, including India, the USA, Singapore, and Australia. Presently, Hari Master hosts weekly meditation gatherings at his residence and other community hubs, alongside conducting online sessions using digital platforms to reach a wider audience. He proudly holds memberships in both the International and Australian Meditation Teachers Associations. For 2 decades, Hari Master has reaped tremendous rewards from his meditation practice, motivating him to share this invaluable gift with others. Teaching meditation and hearing about the transformations it brings to people's life has become his genuine calling. Continuously learning from meditation teachers worldwide and immersing himself in inspirational literature are integral parts of his journey towards personal growth and self-improvement. Meditation, a simple breathing technique which is accessible to everyone, requiring only a comfortable place to sit. It serves as a method to gain mastery over the mind, enabling individuals to steer their lives in the desired direction. This invaluable tool is available to humanity for self-control and self-discovery. Importantly, it's non-religious and non-cultish. Anyone who can breathe can engage in it and experience its benefits. With this, I would like to welcome Harisa. Harisa, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the introduction, Lavanya, and also thanks for giving this opportunity to talk about one of the most important and wonderful topic today. So I think we had wonderful meditation till now. That's really good. If you don't mind, Lavanya, can I again make people sit for 5 minutes before we start?
Yes, sir.
Full guidance? Okay. Let us all sit for meditation for 5 minutes again before start my talk. And then we'll just follow my guidance. Close your eyes. And simply be with the breath. Don't do anything but simply be with the breath. And now, as you are being with the breath, see how you feel. Observe how you feel when you are with your breath. The next 2 minutes, you observe the breath and you also observe the state of yourself, the feel of yourself when you are with your breath. When you try to be with your breath, if anything is pulling you out of breath, away from breath, See what is pulling you away from breath. See what is pulling you out of breath. What is forcing you to get away to be with the breath? What is it? Don't do anything, just observe. If something is pulling, see what is pulling you away and how you feel when you are not with your breath. When you are with whatever that is pulling you away from breath, see how you feel then. For next 3 minutes, keep shifting between being with the breath and when something is pulling you away, observe and then see how you feel when you are with that. It could be mind, it could be body, it doesn't matter, whatever it is. If something is pulling you away, see what is pulling you away and how you feel there. When you are with your breath, see how you feel. Be with the breath. Observe how you feel. And if something is pulling you away, be with that and see how you are feeling when you're with that. One more minute. Now slowly keep the two palms of your hands on your eyes for 5 to 10 seconds. And you can slowly open your eyes when you can. Take your own time. Take your own time. All right. I hope everyone have opened your eyes. Okay. So when you have meditated today, this 5 minutes so-called meditation of observation, I said, at some point you are with your breath, and I have observed how you feel. And at one point you are being pulled by something. Probably it is mind, or it is body, there's some topic, or some uncomfortableness in the body, or whatever. And how you feel when you are with that is the question I asked. I'm sure most of you, if you have meditated properly, you can straight away tell that you feel calm, quiet, comfortable when you are with your breath, and you feel a bit engaged. I won't say disturbed. It's not quiet and calm state when you are with something that has pulled you away from breath. If you are with your mind, it may not always be a problem, but you are engaged. You're busy. Even though we are not physically doing something, we are busy. Right? So it's not as calm and quiet state as we are with the breath when we are with the mind. I'm sure it is clear. That's why we come here to meditate. So now we'll talk about this state shortly. I'll connect to it. Coming to today's topic, why is Hari talking about breath and mind now when he has given the topic name as spirituality simplicity? So now I'll start with this question of what is simplicity and what is spirituality? Okay, what is spirituality and what is simplicity? When I say that spirituality is simplicity. First, let's handle the easiest word that we think of. That is simplicity. What is simplicity? What is being simple? Being simple, I'm sure we all say that, living simply, like, live with bare minimum needs of, if I want a glass of water, I want just glass of water. If I want only, few things at home, I be that. I eat less. Or, everything less, or everything that is required is what we call simplicity. Yes or no? Agreed? But in reality, that is not simplicity. That is minimalism. Being minimalistic. Not just things, I'm saying. Even in life, talking less, or being quiet, having less money, or don't run for things, don't earn more. We have been taught being simple is being simple with materialistic things. Don't earn too much, don't rush so much, live simply, wear less shiny, clothes, or be simple. So it all talks about being simple in body and mind. That's what we have been taught. The moment people say, live simply, have a simple life, we think that, what, don't go for lavish cars, or, don't go for bigger houses. Why are you rushing? Live simply, wear something really simple, cheap, don't waste money on things. And also think, it talks about mind, don't be so complicated with your mind, don't think too much, don't be over ambitious, just live the way you are. We don't need many things. That's what we have been taught being simple means. But today we are going to learn about what is true simplicity in spirituality. Because just by being minimalistic, in body and mind, we are not happy. That's not enlightenment. We are not reaching to that space of happiness. Because everything we have been taught by the society, by our education system, by the culture, by the tradition, everything that we have been taught is about body and mind. How to be at body level and mind level. That's what we have been taught in every space. How to tune things in body and in mind. It's about going from fix things in the body level, in the mind level, and then you'll be happy, is what has been taught to us. Nothing wrong in it. It's been taught. And then that's to bring order in many aspects of our life. So now what is being simple then? I'll give a pause here before answering this question and come back to this term called spirituality. What is spirituality? What is being spiritual? What is spirit? Being with the spirit, living with the spirit, living in the sense of spirit is spirituality. What is spirit? Spirit is nothing but the light of the soul, is what I call. Whatever that is alive inside, whatever that is within us, when that is alive, when that is bright, that is spirit. When that is conscious, whatever that is within us, some people call it soul, some people may call it something else. But when that particular thing is alive, then I call that, sorry. Yeah. So I call that spirit. When we are with that consciousness inside, then we can say that we are into spirituality. So the first thing is being conscious, being aware. When we are aware, we are with the spirit. Simple. When we are aware of everything, the more aware that we are, the more spiritual we are. When I say we are aware, we not as a body and mind, we as a spirit, we as a consciousness, we as a deeper sense of self. When that is active, then we can say that we are spiritual. That is spirituality. Being with that is spirituality. So now I said spirituality is simplicity. Right? Spirituality is simplicity. Means there is no difference. What is means what? It is used as both are same. Spirituality is simplicity, is what I said. Means there is no difference. Spirituality is same as simplicity. Simplicity is same as spirituality. Right? So take it like this, where spirituality is a scientific term. Simplicity is a common man's term. Both are same. I'm saying spirituality is simplicity. I haven't answered what simplicity is yet. But I'm saying spirituality is simplicity. Spirituality is a scientific term. See, I said, consciousness, soul, within, when it is bright, I have explained all these things. Most of it doesn't make any sense, or most of it is not logical. When I say not logical, from theory point of view, it's fancy, right? Very fancy. But when it comes to me right now, in my life, in my family, in this society, in this life, what do you mean by being aware with consciousness, spirit, and everything? That is purely scientific. To get to the scientific roots of it, we have to work. To understand the scientific terms, we have to understand the science and how it's explained. But there is another parallel common man's term to understand what is spirituality, and that is simplicity. Okay. So now today's session is all about understanding what simplicity is. through which we understand what is spirituality. We don't need to talk about soul, we don't need to talk about all these things. The moment we understand what is simplicity and we live simply, we become spiritual automatically. We start to live with the spirit automatically. There is no need of separately deal with this scientific word called spirituality anymore once we understand the simplicity. Okay? Now let us start digging this word. What is simplicity? Simplicity is nothing but being ourselves. Being ourself. Now this word self is the most contaminated word. Okay, why I'm saying contaminated is because we say self-respect. We use this word a lot, yes or no? You know, I have self-respect. Do we know what is self? What is self? When we say self-respect, you know what we are expecting respect to? We are expecting the respect to our personality that we have defined. What is Hari? What do you think? I am educated. I am, I have achieved this. I have been doing meditation from past, even spiritual meditation from past 25 years. Oh, I am a great master. I am this, I am that, I am that. So you have to respect me for what I have. That's what we call a self-respect. Otherwise, we even identify ourselves as a gender. I'm a man. Respect me as a man. I'm a woman. Respect me as a woman. You see, all these afflictions that we have is what we call as self, means body and mind. Agreed? So that's what we are thinking, that we call it self. So when I say being yourself, most of us think that being my personality, living my personality. So then, most of the people in spirituality, they start as soon as they hear that be yourself, then they start to live or think that, what, I have to be myself. Be myself means what? Be my personality. I don't want to compromise on anything. I am this. I am great. I am so and so. I am a man. I am a woman. I am this. So I want to be myself means I want to be with this and attach more and more respect to this personality and live that. Do you really think that simplifies our life? The more self-respect that we have. Don't think, I'm not asking good or bad. Having self-respect is good or bad. All I'm asking here is, if you have so much of self-respect, do you think it simplifies yourself? Not really, right? As soon as someone says something, we say, oh, you know what? I have self-respect. Why do you say this? As soon as something that is not supposed to happen happens to us, like, you know what? Stop. Now, the problem here is we are not understanding what is self and attach everything to it. So the self here is not personality, should not be the personality. It should be our soul. Self is soul. So we have to respect the soul. The self-respect means respecting the soul. What does soul have? Purpose. Purpose to what? Purpose to experience. Purpose to collect experiences, collect memories, learn through it, evolve as a soul, not as a personality. There is nowhere we can go with the personality. And in fact, personality changes, and it is supposed to change according to the situation, according to the scenarios. Personality can be in a body level, mind level, these two levels especially. Okay, let's say I would say, you know what, I never wear a jacket or a jumper. Okay, I don't feel cold. I don't. Maybe back in India, we or some other hot country, we may say that I never wear a jacket. This is me. Even if when it is winter in India, I don't wear a jacket. That's fine. But let's say you went to a very cold country. We can't say that. Our personality of I don't want to wear a jacket has to change. So there's some of our parents may say this, when coming to Australia, let's say in winter, as soon as they come, they may say, I never wear a jacket, I don't want to wear jacket. But when we take them out and when they stand in the cold, there's no other go, they wear the jacket. The personality changes, even at a body level. So we are so much tagged to this personality and trying to respect this so much, which is not true, which is not permanent. Either not true, neither it is permanent. So we have to understand what is self. The self is soul. What does soul have? Soul have purpose. Purpose of what? No, purpose of not, make this whole world a meditation world. Make this whole you. Even again, we are tagging to something really big. The true purpose of every soul is same. Every soul. You know what is the true purpose of every soul? Collect the experiences, collect the memories, and evolve as a soul. It doesn't matter when we are in a body, whether we are a simple person who just started meditation or who's a greatest meditator to even the greatest guru. It is the same line. As a soul, our purpose is to experience and collect memories. That's all, nothing else. So now, being ourselves is nothing but being as a soul whose focus is to experience and collect the memories and collect the knowledge and evolve. Now, being ourselves is simplicity, is what I said. So when the focus is on experiencing whatever that comes in, whatever experiences that we get into, fully take the knowledge, act well, act effectively, without any personality afflictions, is what is simplicity. Now I'll add some support and some other layers to this, where how do we know? I don't know that I am a soul. People are telling, maybe in meditation, sometimes I feel that I'm not this body and mind, but once I come out, it's the same thing. How do I know that I am a soul? How do I respect these memories and everything? How do I respect my purpose of living and collecting these memories and experiences in life? So this human life is made up of 3 layers, right? Body, mind is one layer. Soul is another layer. But in between, there is something called heart. This chakra, okay? The most ignored, the most undermined chakra is heart. And the aspect that complicates everything is mind and body. The moment we are operating from mind and body, we complicate everything in life. You can even observe in our own lives. Job is complicated. Family is complicated. Relationships are complicated. Money is complicated. Everything is complicated. Yes or no? That's how we feel. That's why we experience. That's what our experiences have been in many aspects. Everything is complicated because we are operating from the space of body and mind. You know, as a child, we grow up, and then you know what, I have to go to college. Why? Because I have to set my career up. Okay. And then you know what, I have to get this job. Or it's not the same thing. It could be something else. It's not just about career, job, and everything. It could be something else where you know what, I want to be a great father. I want to be a great mother. I want to be do this, do that. You know, all these set by the personality, the society. So, and we keep trying to hit the goals. When we operate from this mind and body, we always keep hitting the goals, but without thinking where these goals are originating from. So much into rules, so much into these guidelines that are set by society. However, we never think that what we feel and how I feel here in the heart chakra. Okay, I'm not talking about emotions. It's about feel. What do I want to do in life? Why I am talking about this heart chakra is this is the language of the soul. How do we understand others? Anyone. If a person is just standing there silently without talking, do we know the person? When we both talk and exchange words and then you know interact with the other person, that's when we start to know the other person. Yes or no? Likewise, to know the soul, to know what we are, to realize what we are, we should connect to our heart chakra. We should connect to our what our heart says. And that is the self-talk. That is what is the language of the soul. And this heart has no rules, bloody no rules at all. No right, wrong, no bias. We are so much into theory that we talk so much about Advaita, non-duality, right? And we follow nothing about this non-duality. Mind is dual. Mind says good, bad, right, wrong, experience this and experience not. God and ghost. All these dualities are there in the mind. Heart has no dualities. It is non-dual. It is the talk of the soul. It is the direct connection to the entity that I am talking about. And this heart is what says that, you know what, collect this memory. And it, as soon as it's like, you know, walking in an exhibition, walking, you know, market, where we are just going. And then our heart says, you know what, that particular dress is good. And this particular ride in an exhibition or an amusement park, you know what, this looks good. Go take that experience. Oh, you know what, it is not good to go on this ride. It goes so high. No, that is mind. Heart says, you know, this is good. Go and take it. Now we give this information to the mind and then ask mind to process it. Is it good or bad? Our mind doesn't have the capability or capacity. It complicates things. What is so simple and straightforward is heart. When we follow our heart, we make our life simple. Even if it gets complicated, even if it gets very tough, it doesn't matter. We have this satisfaction. We have this inner satisfaction, even though for everyone else it may look complicated, but for us, we know that it is simple. We are living simply. So living simply is nothing but living by the heart. And when we live by the heart, we live less hypocrite. We be less hypocrites. In fact, at one day, this hypocrisy diminishes totally. We don't even care what society thinks or anyone thinks. We live by our heart. And the soul never harms anyone. Every heart, I'm telling every heart, if we go by heart, it never harms or hurts anyone. Without hurting and harming anyone, we can live anyway. And then, if we take the direction of connecting more to the heart, away from our mind and body, that's what makes life simple. For us, not for others. I'm sorry, our life may not need to be simple for others. It need to be simple for us. It is about us, my dear friends, not about others. How much ever simple that we be, how much ever good we be, we can never satisfy anyone because their definition of simplicity might be different. They may not even understand. So the question here is to live simply is, it has to do with us, not with others. Don't think, oh, you know what? I feel good, but people think that I'm so complicated. That's fine. Do you feel complicated to yourself? Do you feel simple to yourself? Is what we need to ask ourselves. Oh, you know what? In uh, this probably as per society or this religion says not to do this. This particular culture and tradition says not to do this, or this particular scripture says this is good and this is bad. Sorry, what do you feel? I'm sorry, but what do you feel? Because the scriptures are not wrong. Whatever religious scriptures or even books and everything is not wrong. It teaches a skill, and that skill may be required by us or not required by us. It doesn't matter. When we are supposed to apply that skill, apply according to that particular scripture. For example, some book says you create your own reality. Yes or no? And how to manifest things, right? Another book says accept everything as they come. Do not create reality. Yes or no? Or which one is right now? Let us accept one thing. Can we? No, right? When our heart says you create the reality, you get inspired by whatever scripture that you have read, take the information and apply it and then use it and then create reality. Okay? When we need to accept, we feel like, you know what, I want so and so person to be happy and I want to accept this reality. I want so and so situation to be happy. I want to accept this. Then apply whatever that you learn from that scripture, and then what we think is, oh, people said you create your reality, how can I accept now? I want to stand strong even though I feel bad about it, even though it is complicated. I want to create reality when I need to accept it. That's what we are doing. In the name of God, in the name of religion, in the name of scriptures, in the name of, end of the day, I call all this as fear. Oh, if I don't do this, what happens to me? If I do this, what happens to me? If I live like this, what happens to me? In line with what? In line with the society around. We don't know how to learn, how to take the knowledge. We don't know how to apply. Take everything as an information. All spiritual scriptures, don't take it like a workbook. Take it as an information. Apply that information in the situations that comes into our life in line with our heart. When our heart says create reality, apply from the book of you create your own reality. When heart says accept everything, apply from this. Oh, I'm a Hindu, I want to apply only the principles of Bhagavad Gita. I am a Christian, I want to apply only Bible, I want to apply. No. Take everything, whatever that you can, and apply as per your heart. And that is what is being simple, not bringing down our, not being rich, not earning money, not being, no, it is not that. Simplicity is about being simple and live like what our heart says. Apply, use mind and body to experience. Decide here, live here. Decide here, live here. A problem is we stop using this completely. We decide here, we live here. Decide here, live here. And that's what is making our life complicated. And we are going away from our spirit because we are not listening to. See, when a person is talking and asking you to say, do something, you're not caring that person. You're just doing whatever that you want to do. Okay? This person is a manager or a lead or a, something, an authority who actually want to see the output, but you are just doing whatever that you want. Then you won't achieve what you need to achieve in this life, and then take birth again. Let's say teacher is teaching something in the class, you're not listening. He's teaching science, you're doing maths. You're doing maths so well, but you're supposed to learn science here. Same thing is happening. Our heart is saying something. Who's caring? Who's connected to the heart? No one. And we go here, we decide here, we live here, make our life complicated. So, simplicity is nothing but living by the heart, living by the soul. And there is no right, no wrong, no good, no bad, no ethics. Trust your heart. Heart knows the ethics. Ethics are not taught by someone outside, my dear friends. Ethics are taught by our heart. Our soul knows. Soul knows how not to harm. It clearly says there won't be any logic, there won't be any derivation here, but it says what to do. Just jump in and collect that fully. No look back. Trust me, you won't repeat. And your life will become very, very simple if you follow your heart. Your mind says don't do that because you're not following any scripture. You're not following this rule, this guideline and everything. But kill the mind and be with the heart. Your life will become very simple. Very, very simple. You will have zero regrets when you follow your heart. And you feel so simple. You don't feel any weight at all. Because you laugh by your heart. You meet people by your heart. You meet situations by your heart. You eat by your heart. You think by your heart. You look by your heart. You do everything by your heart. And that's what is simple. And if you live by your heart, don't think about spirituality. You are spiritual. That's fine. Okay. All right. I hope we are at the time now for Q&As. I can talk on this for 2 hours, but yeah, I hope I am clear. But let's see if anyone has any questions.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful topic. Masters, if you have any questions, you can either raise your hand or you can unmute yourself or put it into the chat. Whichever way you feel comfortable, please do so.
Good morning, Harry.
Morning, Madhu. Go ahead, please.
How do you know, because we haven't lived from the heart for so long, how do you know it's the heart and not the mind?
Okay. So the measure for we feel so comfortable when we think from the heart. We feel safe when we think from mind. Okay. We are a bit confused between this safety and comfort. Okay. We most of the time we say safe, being safe is being comfortable, but both are different. Okay. So what makes us feel very comfortable? Let's say, if imagine this, where whenever there is a situation, if there are no conditions, question yourself, when there are no conditions, what do you do? When I am not married, when I am not in relation, when I'm not having this house, not having this car, not having this life, when I have every option open, what do I do? The answer comes from heart. Okay. When you have all these things afflicted to you, and what do you do safely without disturbing everything is your mind. Okay. So as soon as I say, you may not just achieve simplicity right away, right? But thing is, work towards it. Start collecting experiences where you can create for your heart, because it is not easy to be bold, because you need a lot of boldness to live by heart. How much bold? As bold as Buddha, to be able to leave the whole country, wife, kids, and everything, to achieve what he wanted to achieve in life. But take the step in simple things. At least the experiences that comes to us, don't look back. Just jump in and take fully. And that's what adds energy to the heart chakra. That's what makes it more powerful. The more we are with our heart, the more powerful the heart becomes, and the more bold we become. Okay? Am I clear, Madhu?
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Right? Anyone else? Yeah, Jyoti.
Couple of days I have this question. What is progress in spirituality? So I was thinking, is that long hours of meditation or astral travels, or what is that? So I think I got the answer now. Like living by heart is simplicity, which is taking us closer to our spiritual. Can I call it in that way?
Absolutely. See, longer hours of meditation in the initial days. Okay. In the initial years of meditation, yes, longer hours work 100%. If we can, we can. But thing is, that's not a blocker, and not just meditation. Some people do a lot of meditation. I know many meditators who meditate a lot, and they are very much connected to their heart, but have this blocker of operating from the heart. Have the guts to operate from the heart. They know what their heart says, but scared to operate from their heart because of society, because of guidelines and everything, right? But thing is, To do anything, we need to practice. Yes or no? Without practice, nothing happens. Practice operating from heart where we can. And that gives a lot of strength. And as you said, what is progress in spirituality? Operating mostly from heart to 100% from heart is what is spirituality. Buddha operates from heart 100% of the time. That's why we call him enlightened. He doesn't even go and decide anything with mind or with logic. Oh, what happens now? Oh, is it right or wrong? Buddha would have never got this question of whether it is right or wrong. Good or bad is not a question at all for him. What do I feel here is the question. If he thinks, is it good to leave this kingdom, an old father and a small kid and everything, to a person like Devdatta and leave everything who's not, Devdatta is not good person, in his hands the kingdom is not, if he thinks all these things, it's not good to leave. But he operates from here. So the more we can operate from here, the more spiritually progressed we are. And the more simple we are. Okay, Jyoti?
You answered my second question. So what is
Yes.
enlightenment?
What is enlightenment?
You
To be able
answered.
to, sorry, I answered your second question, yeah?
Yeah, but if you want to go ahead and explain it.
Yes. What is enlightenment is to be able to operate fully from heart and have self-respect. True self-respect, not personality respect. Okay? A true self-respect means respecting the soul who want to experience things in this life beyond mind, beyond society, beyond culture, beyond religion, beyond traditions, beyond everything. When we operate in that space of respecting the soul's purpose of experiencing things, we are enlightened. A day comes where we operate 0% from here and we operate 100% from here, and that's enlightenment. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so
Right.
much.
Most of the things in spirituality, the way to perceive spirituality is actually simple. We complicate it. We divert ourselves towards third eye, astral body, some interplanetary, whatever. What I say is, all those happens. We no need to learn or do anything about chakras. If we meditate more and if we start operating from heart, chakras automatically open up. What do we do to open up chakras? To bring the astral body out? Meditate more, that's it. What is meditate more? Cut the mind more. That's it. So we no need to focus on all those things. We learn and leave it, but focus should be in this aspect of being simple, operating from the heart is what we need to practice, what we need to, put efforts in. That's what takes us towards enlightenment. Okay. Thanks, Yodi, for good questions. Anyone else?
Hey, Hari, Swapna here. Beautiful
Hello,
session.
thanks.
So we have wishes and desires. So I have this question if they stem from the mind or heart, because sometimes people say, do what your heart desires. And how do we differentiate?
It's a very good question. So, Patri sir told me one wonderful analogy for this. I can never forget. I asked the same exact question. I'm just happy that you asked this exact same question. What is desire and what is wish? How do we know what is our heart says? He said, there is fire and there is sparks of fire. So there's this campfire, for example, right? And there are some sparks coming up, disappears, coming up and disappears when there is this fire. And the sparks that you have are desires. And this fire that's not disappearing, that is so intense, that is so, what you say, that is so intense, that is so consistent, is heart. And these sparks is mind. These are like, random thoughts. That this question is very valid because we use the same instrument for both heart and mind to translate into images, to translate into goal and everything, right? So we use the same apparatus to drink water and juice. We use the same glass. Likewise, to originate or perceive what's coming from heart, what's coming from mind, we use the same apparatus, this body and mind again. But thing is, the difference is there is fire and there is firelets. This we can easily see. When there is fire, we think about it. We won't be able to divert ourselves. Doesn't matter good or bad. We stay on it. So that is what is heart, and then we have to go by it. And that is a strong desire, consistent. And even if it is right, even if it is good, these firelets or these sparks of fire just comes and disappears. We don't need to worry much about them. Those are just random thoughts or influenced thoughts by the fire around. Okay, someone else has some other goal, and then we look at them and they say, you know what, that goal is good, and we pick it up. Is it our goal? Is it our fire? No. Someone is doing something, and then we may do that. So those are sparks, those are inspirations. But when the strong desire will be like a fire, it won't die down. Deep down, we will definitely know that, what this experience is supposed to happen. And that fire we can easily identify because it won't go away, it won't leave us. It pulls us, it just attracts us so much. Taking that step towards it is what matters. Am I clear?
So these material, yes, absolutely. Thank you. So we might have some materialistic desires and things like that. So do those stem from the heart too sometimes, or it is only the mind?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything. See, end of the day, most of these experiences that we are supposed to take are from body and mind. We experience it in body and mind. And 100%, yes, they are very valid. People say like, body is temporary, mind is temporary, then why? Go die, right? We are alive, we took this body, taken so much effort to get into this body, to nurture this body and mind, to experience things on this earth through body and mind only. As a soul, the experience happens from body and mind. Without body and mind, the soul has no purpose on earth. It can go somewhere else. It has come to earth only for body. So for body and mind, we created so much of material aspects to experience it, to see things, to talk to people, to learn, to evolve, and to eat things, to buy, cars, make things, make houses, make money. Doesn't matter. Body and mind are extremely important. Extremely important. As important as soul. To be able to finish the cycle of this human incarnations. Without body and mind, we cannot finish this cycle of human incarnations. So yes, all the material desires also. But thing is whether that is coming from the heart or the mind is what we need to see. Can we live without it? Can we live peacefully without it? Is the question that we need to put for ourselves every single time when there is a material desire as well. Can I live peacefully without it? What if I have it and can I live peacefully? Yes, could be a person, it could be a thing, it could be anything beyond good and bad. So yes, materials also can be. Okay.
Thank you so much. Beautiful explanation. You summed it up at the end saying, if I'm going to live, if I'm going to be peaceful with this particular thing that I'm desiring, and that's where the answer lies.
That's it. That's it. Peaceful in mind,
Thank
and mind or heart is another complicated question. I mean, not peaceful, comfortable or safe. Most of the times we fall in the trap of safety
Agree.
because heart is uncertain. Okay, heart is dangerous to the society sometimes. So we think that we get into this zone of safety and then we call it as comfort, peace. Okay, that's not it. Still our heart lies somewhere else. You know what, I really want to do a skydive, and then but you know what, is it safe? You know what, if I sit and watch skydiving, that is fine. The thing is, do I really want to do it? Oh yeah, I really want to do it, but that's okay, that's not safe. Sitting here is safe. Okay, and then we live in this safety and say, you know what, now I am peaceful, is the answer that we give to ourselves. See this. That is why spiritual, we are all meditating, we are all attending these classes. This is not easy. It's not like click and we are with our heart. We have traps along the line. Okay. So one such big trap is the safety and comfort zones that we have. Are we trying to be safe and in comfort zone of mind, or peaceful in the heart? Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you. So
Thanks.
desires also stem from heart, and contentment also stems from heart.
Yes, everything.
Thanks.
Some desire, as I said, the sparks of fire may be mind. Sparks of fire is mind. The fire is heart.
Thank you.
Thanks. Right, 6 minutes over, Lavanya. If no questions, or
Yes, sir. Sure. Wonderful topic, sir. Thank you so much for your time. I don't see any more questions here.
yeah,
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your time and for the beautiful topic, sir. Thank you.
thank you so much for giving this opportunity and for such a wonderful topic close to my heart. Thank you all, and we'll see you again in another talk some other time. Thank you.